the Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause.
Welcome inside Docking Stadium for a great first matchup in men's soccer in the MIAA tonight. I'm Brett Carlisle, alongside me, Calvin Keys. Calvin, we got a great matchup tonight. First for both teams in the MIAA, the Adrian College Bulldogs, who are coming in 1-10. They're struggling this season so far against the Hope College Flying Dutchmen, who have faced multiple opponents in the top 25 and have really proved themselves against those other teams. So Adrian's probably going to have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, I think the great thing for Adrian, Brett, is that with the start of conference play, it's almost like the start of a new season. It's time to put aside the frustration, and these are the games that really count. Everything leading up to this has kind of been just preparing you for these crucial games down the stretch, and that's what this game will commence.
The Hope College Flying Dutchmen are coming off a defeat by Washington University of 1-0 in St. Louis, which you wrote down here, Calvin, a tightly contested match. Hope College is also traveling from 3 hours away almost, 155 miles from Holland, Michigan, so quite a stretch. Could Adrian put that into their favor as we get underway here?
Yeah, you know, it's always tough to get the legs loose after a long ride in the bus, in the car, whatever it is, but Hope has had quite a large amount of time to prepare, and with the quality of this team and the way they are coached by David Blahnik, they're going to be ready to play right off the hop.
Hope College, very skilled at what they do. They are a great team. They were ranked second to finish in the MIAA this year, so we will see how that plays out, as it is, like I said, the first conference matchup today. We'll get some starters here for you guys. First, for Hope College, we have Keegan DeCooper in goalie for the Flying Dutchman. Next up, we have Jackson Strabel. We have Cole Pauley, Ethan Jansen, Thomas DeVries, Matt Wimmer, Jake Lyon. Jake Lyon, I'd like to give him a little shout out. He's from my hometown of Marshall, Michigan. Was a grade underneath me. Just like to give him a little shout out. Very skilled soccer player, and was also the week of 9-4, September 4th, he was the MIAA Defender of the Week. So, on to the next, Mario Hrvojevic, Nick Hubert, Oli Olsen, and Kai Francisco. Hope making a push up field now, and they can't keep it in bounds, though. Next up, we're going to give you the starters for Adrian College, as they will do a throw-in here. We'll start from the bottom, since that was where Mitchell Maddox threw it in for the Bulldogs over there. We have Aiden Leline, Gary Davison, Gavin Bignall, Juan Tapia, Luke Gritska, Justin Sarka, Brady Muser, Colin Charnick, Brian Politi, and Dominic Edwards tonight is in goalie for the Bulldogs, as Jackson Vaca is on the sideline with a slight injury. So we have a new goalkeeper starting tonight for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Brett, two things that stood out to me watching Adrian's warm-up today, just the absence of two of their key players, really the heart and soul of their team. Their goalkeeper, Jackson Vaca, who, with the amount of shots he's seen this season, he's kept a great number of them out. That's been phenomenal to watch his play so far this year. Dominic Edwards and his limited action that he's seen, he's been really reliable as well. And then the other name that I saw who is not in the starting 11 tonight is Dante Perry, who's just another guy that can win a lot of balls in the middle of the park, and he's a huge attacking threat. So I have to imagine that names like Juan Tapia and Justin Sarka will have to step up tonight if Adrian wants to have success.
Adrian just had the ball. They turned it over, and now we have a push up field. That's number 9, Thomas DeVries, making his way up to the goalkeeper for Adrian. DeVries making a move around, takes a shot, and it's going to go across in front of Edwards and going to go out of play, and it will be a goalie kick for Dominic Edwards.
That was a great chance for Thomas DeVries, the sophomore out of Byron Center, Michigan, right off the bat. It really looked like Adrian's back line got caught out of position, but I just want to point out the play of Brady Muser, who really tracked down DeVries and used his speed to get back into position and really angle him to the outside where he was less of a scoring threat. That's why he missed the frame, because when Muser pushes them to the outside, that cuts down the angle that DeVries is able to shoot at.
Hope College now making another push, and he's going to sail that way over the goalkeeper's head, saying, my bad, I can't quite make out the number on that side of the field, but Hope College nonetheless gives the ball right back to the Bulldogs.
Now, Hope is a team that has really struggled attacking this year, Brett. They haven't been able to get on the board nearly as much as their head coach, David Blahnik, would like. But at the same time, their defenders and their goalkeeper is so capable that they've been able to hang around with some top teams in the nation so far this season.
And as you mentioned, David Blahnik, here I've written down, first season of Hope's head coach. So brand new coaching for Hope College, and they're coming off of what their coach has a long past seasons, and now they have something new to get out on the field and probably new structure, new play types.
Yeah, Blahnik is a new head coach, but at the same time, he has been an assistant with the program since 2019, so he has built a relationship with a lot of these guys, and he's really familiar with the campus. So it's not something where he's not familiar, he's still trying to get settled in. He already is very comfortable at Hope, and I think it was a pretty smooth transition for him coming in this year to lead the Flying Dutch team.
Hope College to throw it in now. Adrian playing very well at the start of this game. We're only about 5 minutes in, though, as Adam Leline will throw it in for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I really expect this to be a bit of a more low-scoring affair with the way both of these teams have defended this year, and somewhat, here's a chance for Tapia.
Juan Tapia, but he gets it taken away from a Hope College defender.
Now, there's an instance where Juan Tapia is really able to catch the Hope defenders by surprise because they have their back turned to number 11 in white, and he has such great speed that he's right on their heels in a moment's notice, making life really difficult as that ball just went out of play, and now it's going to be an Adrian throw-in.
Justin Sarka there close on the sideline, if I can make that out correctly. Sarka's so skilled. We always talk about him with the footwork and just the IQ of the soccer field. He just knows where to be at all times, and he ultimately just gets takeaways a lot of the time. And we're going to have a foul here.
That's a good tactical foul from Adrian because they'd committed numbers up the pitch, and if Hope had come away cleanly with the ball there, then it would have been a race. And going back to what you were saying about Sarka, not only is he positionally sound, he's also able to help out his teammates and let them know where they need to be, and just seems like a great leader for this Bulldogs team. Hope pushing the ball up the field here. Chipped over the top. I really, really like that look from Matt Wimmer. Just a little dink there, trying to provide a ball for his wingers to run into the middle. We've already seen that a couple times where Hope almost looks like they have more of a center forward setup, and their outside wingers are coming over top of the center forward, making those balls in behind. So the fullbacks are going to have to stay honest for Adrian tonight and really monitor those wingers for Hope as they try to shift in behind unawares.
Hope College now with the ball. They're going to push upfield right here. Going to make a nice move, trying to collect the ball. That is Thomas DeVries, but he couldn't quite keep it, but Hope still keeps possession. DeVries again, but the ball gets turned over. Tapia now controls. Hope College now back with it. Very interesting play style here, as it seems Hope College is more quick with the ball off their feet. Jake Lyon now holding the ball for the Flying Dutchman. And like we said, Hope College very good defensively. They like to play the game very close, and that's why a lot of their games they've lost have been such close matchups, like that 1-0 loss to Washington University in their past game. And Hope College is just very good at defending the ball more so than scoring in offense.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think some of that lack of scoring is more attributed to the quality of their opponents rather than a lack of firepower on their own behalf. I really like what I've seen from Hope's attack so far. I think the thing that's been good for Adrian that I've seen early on in this match is they've been good organizationally, not just defending as individuals, but defending as a group and really staying on the same page and managing the gaps they allow to this Flying Dutch team.
A whistle here, and that's going to be a free kick for the Flying Dutchman. That'll be Matt Wimmer, the midfielder.
It's interesting to watch Wimmer's positioning because he's testing the back line of Adrian, moving up into a center attacking mid role, but he's also dropped back as a CDM to defend when necessary.
Hope College takes a shot. Edwards has slides to go get it, but realizes he has nothing to worry about, and it goes out the back side of the goal, and he will have a goalie kick now for the Bulldogs.
What I really like to see after the play concluded was Ethan Jansen going over to give some encouragement to Matt Wimmer, who missed the goal slightly, but at the same time, those are the type of shots and the type of efforts you like to see. So it's good. Teammates supporting each other and letting each other know. Just have another go at it. The next one might go in.
Adrian now going to make a push into Flying Dutchman territory, but the goalie, Keegan DeCooper, will come out and grab it for the Dutchman. Nice steal by 13 of Adrian. Gavin Bignall. Looked like he took a shot, but it was blocked by Lyon.
And Bignall's a promising young player for this Adrian squad. He scored the match winner in a 1-0 victory against Heidelberg, which so far is their only win this season. He's been a bright spot in their season so far, despite some of their struggles.
Hope College keeping possession, trying to make something happen as they're just passing it around here on their own side. Now they're going to make a push.
That's going to be offside. Referee's flag is up, and several feet offside. That time was Ethan Jansen. Really had a couple of strides on the Adrian back line, who played the trap well, and it will come back just a little bit shy of the 30-yard line on the football field.
It's very interesting how so many sports are tied together, like with the offsides. Like in hockey, you have the two blue lines and you can have offsides, but here it's the two field lines on both sides, and that'll be offsides. It's just kind of interesting how all sports really just tie in together. Hope College now making a few moves. Their passes are very accurate, but we'll have another flag up by the referee for another, I believe, offsides. Is that correct?
Yep, it's going to be offside again. Good indication is assistant referee on the sideline raising that flag aloft. And it's interesting you brought up how offsides is also a component of hockey. Obviously, Adrian, really big hockey school. We got a lot of success in that sport here on this campus. Hockey, the offside line is stagnant. It's always going to be the blue line. In soccer, the offside line is wherever the second to last defender is. So it's really much more evolving and interactive in the sport of soccer. And you have to really be on top of things to notice exactly where that offside line is, be aware, and make sure that you are onside. That was a very crafty play. Sorry to interrupt you, Brett, but I just wanted to point out Bignall had a touch with the outside of his foot as he spun around. The ball didn't stay in play, but that's just some of the creativity you see from the freshman.
Hope College getting the ball back now. They're going to push up field, crossing midfield, but Brian Politi says otherwise, and it will go sailing out from the far sideline. Nearing just about to be 32-40 left in the first half. Played about almost 13 minutes of soccer on a beautiful night here inside Docking Stadium on the campus of Adrian College. Thank you for tuning into ACTV. Be sure to go like us on Facebook, Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter as well, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Don't forget about TikTok, Brett. Don't forget about TikTok.
TikTok as well. Follow us there as well.
Now, Hope is really testing Adrian's defensive structure right now. They're not forcing anything. They're just playing patiently, just waiting for a chink in Adrian's armor to reveal itself.
They're really trying to see where they can break open holes, and that's what I like to see soccer teams do. They like to be patient. And then when they find the hole, more than likely that hole's going to be open the entire game. And once they find that crack down in the defense, they're going to start trying to run away with the game. Jake Lyon coming up to do great defense and steal the ball away from Adrian.
Great couple of tackles from Mooser and Sarka there.
Up to Juan Tapia. He's trying to play it. So speedy to get up to the ball. Maddox will hold the ball back by Gary Davison will hold the ball. I thought that was a 28.
Yeah, Juan Tapia, you see the speed from him already early on in this match. Caused a bit of a headache for defenders earlier on in the half. He's tied for the Bulldogs' lead in goals and assists with one of each. So I think only goal he scored this season was on a penalty kick. So he has the speed, but he also has the composure to really find a finish and put it in the corner. Aiden Leland's receiving the pass now, and it's really interesting to see him playing left back because usually we see him in more of a center mid role. But another guy that's just a Swiss Army knife, kind of like Dante Perry or Justin Sarka, and can play any position and do it responsibly.
Hope College now throwing it in. Number 7, Ben Bush. For the Flying Dutchman, I believe. Or Jackson Strable, I'm sorry, that was Jackson Strable who threw it in for the Flying Dutchman. You wonder if Donovan Edwards is a little nervous out there on the field. He's just a freshman, young freshman out of East Lansing. He's a good goalie. Otherwise, Mike Hatfield wouldn't have recruited him. So you wonder if some jitters might be in his system. Hopefully get those out. But nonetheless, he's been holding his own quite well tonight so far.
Yeah, when Jackson Vaca actually missed a match earlier on in the season, Dominic Edwards was called upon, and he did really well. I think they ended up losing the match, but he made a couple of nice saves. And one thing that stands out for me, even though Edwards is a little bit of a smaller guy and doesn't quite have the same reach, he's incredibly explosive. He's got springs for legs, so he's still able to get out to the corners of the goal and cut down space just with pure athleticism, Brett.
It's good to see Brian Politi out on the field now as well. He had a slight quad injury, but he's back out there leading the team like he always has.
They're going to need Politi on this upcoming throw-in because from the looks of things, Cole Pauley really has some great distance on these throw-ins.
And that he does. Cole Pauley gets it to his Dutchman. We're now going to play it back. Try and set something up.
Yeah, Cole Pauley was the MIAA Athlete of the Week last week for his efforts in helping Hope achieve consecutive clean sheets against Heidelberg and Carthage.
Playing very fast now is Adrian Montapia, and now down all the way into Hope territory. Can Adrian College get something up on the board? Here with just about to be 28-15 left in the first half.
Now, Brett, I had to do a double take because Pauley just took this throw-in on the near sideline. When Adrian got possession, we were working their way down the field. He sprinted to the far sideline to send it out for a throw-in. So Pauley covering a lot of ground here early on in the first half.
Pauley is very speedy. Adrian now got to get back on defense as they have a turnover, and Politi now is going to steal the ball away from the Dutchman.
That was an ambitious effort from Strable, the senior out of Grand Rapids. Grew up very close to the Holland area where Hope College is located. He was just relying on his pure speed there, trying to play it long and then get behind the Adrian defense. But the thing about these Bulldog defenders is they have quite a bit of pace to their credit as well.
Leline tried to get it to Sharnock, but he just went underneath his foot, as it will now be a goalie kick for Hope College. That is DeCuper in goal. Gonna pass or kick it out. Probably, I'm gonna guess where all the players are piled up at midfield. Politi bouncing it back, giving it all the way back to Edwards, who's gonna send it away. Maddox gonna make a play on it. Sarka now finally getting a touch on the ball. You feel like he's been a little quiet so far, hasn't been able to get to the ball quite as much. You like to think Hope College probably is causing some of that problem for him.
Yeah, if you watch any sort of film on Adrian, you know that Sarka is the guy that you have to mark and you have to stay tight on.
Adrian now making a push upfield. Jake Lyon with that speed.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that call. It was just the slightest of touches from Bignell on Lyon, who went to ground somewhat easily, but Hope's going to win the set piece here. To be fair, Lyon was kind of contorting his body in an awkward direction, so it's definitely easy to lose your balance in that scenario.
Yeah, probably a fortunate call for Jake Lyon there, as sent to the ground by Bignell, or so the referee thinks. And that was the call, as it would be a free kick for Hope College now. Drop it back down to the side of Adrian. And he found a crease in the defense. Hope College with an advantage. Oh, and he missed it off the left side. Thomas DeVries with a shot on goal. And he missed it left side.
Yeah, and Adrian's back line was making a petition for offside, which it looked like initially, but lucky for them, DeVries sent it wide, so it won't matter.
Sending it in on a corner, and it will go over the head of Adrian. Bignall says, the referee says he touched it last, and it will be, I believe, another corner kick.
And I'm interested, I think this will be a throw-in, but I'm interested how Hope won that corner kick on the initial shot from DeVries. I wonder if Edwards got the slightest of touches there on the shot to steer it wide.
It will be a throw-in.
Ooh, a bit of a miscue from Maddox. It's important that you send that one to the sideline for a throw-in instead of giving up another corner.
I believe Hope College got the header on that, and that would have sent it off the back. And now it's going to be a corner kick for Hope College, which is definitely not what Adrian needs.
Taking this corner is Nick Kubert.
Kubert sends it in. Hope College almost in there. And they get the header. I believe that is number 15, Mario Hrvojevic, who will score the goal for the Hope College Flying Dutchman. We're going to take a look at this right here. Kubert's going to send it in. Calvin, break that down for us.
This is a delicious delivery from Kubert. Look at how he whips it in perfectly. The initial opportunity just sailed by the Hope player, but then cleaning up, putting the loose change in the back of the net there was Hrvojevic. Right place at the right time, but it does take composure when that ball is flying to your foot to hit it first time into the corner. A lot harder than it looks, although Mario Hrvojevic, the sophomore out of Lincolnwood, Illinois, made it look easy and gives the Flying Dutch a 1-0 lead. Charnick a heavy collision with Lyon that time.
Charnick with a heavy collision, like you said, with Lyon. And Lyon has a little bit of ups. From my high school days, I do know that he did long jump in high school, so
wow.
he knows how to use his legs to get up there and hit the head with the ball.
That's a useful skill to have in your locker as a defender, to have that vertical leap to get up and win those 50-50 headers.
Hope College and Adrian now tussling with the ball. Lyon just going to send it straight up in the air. Hopefully for Adrian to play it.
That was a missile. It looked like that ball came back from out of space.
Charnick with nifty moves. Oh,
that is big.
Luke Gritza, I'm sorry, was taken down hard.
Gritza is still down. That was a rough challenge. It looked late and just a bit of a lazy challenge from the Flying Dutch defender. I'd love to take another look at that. I didn't have a good angle on it. Have another look. Ball goes high in the air off the initial kick from Lyon. Look at Charnick working the touchline. Cuts it into the middle. Gritza, and he is just kind of sideswiped there by Pauly. No rhyme or reason behind it.
Hope College was very questioning of that, but it was a quite clear collision for the Bulldogs, and it will be a penalty kick for Adrian.
This could be a turning point in the match as Gritza to take the penalty kick.
Gritza, and it's saved.
Keegan DeKuyper is fired up, and for good reason. As a goalkeeper on those penalty kicks, you just have to pick a direction and go for it. That's what he did. Stretched out the arms and made a strong save on Gritza. That was a big opportunity for Adrian that was wasted.
DeKuyper with the big save for the Flying Dutchman. It's going to be a corner kick for Adrian now. Sent in, second chance. And it's going to go out the backside to be a goalie kick for Hope College. DeKuyper with the fist pump, too. Hope College going to start moving upfield now. They're fired up after what they probably thought was an unfair call, and now they are ready to play as Edwards comes out and plays the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if you could argue with that call, to be honest, with Pauly. It was a late challenge from my point of view, but again, I just want to praise Keegan DeKuyper because that was a strong save. The explosiveness to get to the side of the net. That was a well-placed shot by Gritza. It wasn't like he put it right down the middle. DeKuyper had to work to get there, made the split-second decision, and keeps the clean sheet on the night so far.
Hope College advancing upfield once again.
For Adrian, you're really kicking yourself, no pun intended, because that was a crucial opportunity. You're not going to get many chances against a Hope side that is so stingy on defense. You have to take full advantage. Great persistence by Charnick to stay with the play.
Charnick is grabbing his side a little bit there, a little bit of a collision. Probably feeling that one. Trying to do backdoor passing. Brian Politi almost getting nutmegged, but he says no thank you to Thomas DeVries and sends it out of bounds. It will be a throw-in. We're going to have some substitutions in, though. Chris Chiz in for Juan Tapia. Andre Hofius is in for the Bulldogs as well. And I believe number 22 for Adrian, Owen Emer, is also checked in for the Bulldogs. Hope College also had a few substitutions as well. Emer getting it taken away by Lyon. Lyon with good defense.
Another guy that came on for Adrian was Drake Sellers. And for Hope, they also brought on Seth Walters, replacing Thomas DeVries, who's a bit frustrated, missed a couple of chances so far in this match, and then got locked down by Politi on that latest play. Have to imagine DeVries will be back, as he's a big part of this Hope squad, and I love his talent on the dribble.
Sending it downfield. Chris Chiz coming in hot. But Hope felt his presence, but Adrian's now going to have it. Taking a shot on goal is Chiz, and it will be scooped right up by the Kuiper in the goalie.
Another sub awaiting entry for Hope. So we're over halfway through this first half. If you're just joining us, it was Mario Urvojevic who scored off the rebound on a corner kick for Hope. And a couple of minutes later, Luke Gritza won a corner kick off of a sloppy tackle from Cole Pauley. But a huge save for Keegan DeKuyper to keep Adrian off the scoreboard. Sub being made now. Ben Bush will replace Hrvojevic, the goal scorer. Or rather, he's coming over to take the throw. And the man who came off the pitch was Jackson Strable.
Lee Lyon, Politi, and Gritska with all the touches on the ball.
Yep, Jansen's going to get called for a handball there. It's something that's unfortunate, just kind of came up to his arm. No intent behind it, but very clear and obvious. Can't really avoid making a call if you're the referee.
Lee Lyon sends it downfield, and DeKuyper comes way out of his box and grabs the ball. Could have been dangerous if Gavin Bignall had gotten to that and taken it away. It would have been an easy tap-in for him. But Hope College with two defenders on him.
That almost looked like a stack of dominoes falling there in the Hope penalty area, because Bignall gave a nudge to Pauley, who ran into the goalkeeper DeKuyper, and that's what made it a little bit of a scary scenario for Hope. But again, they emerge unscathed, and they're showing why they're a good defensive side. It's pretty unnecessary foul from Emmert there, and he's going to get a warning from the official. That's just something that's not needed in this match.
Owen Emer shoving Lyon to the ground. I honestly don't have any clue what that was about. Maybe Lyon did make a couple moves to fake out the ball, and I guess Emer wasn't having any of that.
Yeah, I will say it's better to be on the aggressive side than on the timid side, but not a foul you want to take, especially when you have Hope in their own end and then give them an easy out with the free kick. For Emmert, he's a player that likes to play physical, so to see him get engaged in this match, you don't want to see the foul, but him getting his body in there and making life challenging for Hope is a good thing to see. That ball goes off the corner flag.
It's going to stay in, and Hope College with a shot. Another one off the pole. Adrian gets it out. Back
Cleared.
in. Donovan Edwards goes up and slaps it. It's a scuffle down inside of Adrian's goalie. Donovan Edwards slides and makes the save.
Wow.
That was a shot on goal by Griffin Brown.
Edwards just getting fingertips to it. Let's take another look. There are a couple of things on this play that you hardly ever see. The first is the ball going off of the corner flag and staying in play. That is a ridiculous turn of events. And then you have a pair of the first save made by Edwards. Second goes off the post. And then didn't have a time to look at the last chance, but Edwards stretching out to just get fingertips on it.
I believe Paulo Alcala was the one that took the shot on Edwards, and he's made already about 4 saves in the span of about 10 seconds. Good poise by Dominic Edwards.
Yeah, Adrian parking the bus right now, getting numbers behind the ball. Hope is knocking on the door. They can smell that second goal.
But Adrian is playing very well on defensive, even after that long stretch. We had an offsides.
Third
called.
offsides against Hope in this first half.
Maybe just a little bit eager to get around the Adrian defenders to get to Dominic Edwards as they were ever so close to another goal tonight.
Hope playing it forward. Politi steering it wide.
Yeah, Politi, Leeline, Emert, Lyon with the header. And it's going to be Adrian possession, a throw-in by Leeline.
It's been interesting to see the defensive structure for Adrian's coach, Mike Hatfield's team. They've really packed it in, got numbers behind, and really looking to trap Hope towards the touchline as the Flying Dutch will win the throw-in. This isn't a formation that we've typically seen from the Bulldogs so far in this year, but I think they're really adapting. Maybe saw something on film trying to contain Hope here.
Here we go. Seth Walters trying to pass it to Alcala, but it's no one home for the Dutchman. It's going to be a throw-in for the navy blue and orange.
Yeah, and you hear Mike Hatfield, as we mentioned, Adrian's manager, shouting out to his team to reset. When they're defending Hope, moving in on the rush, it's a little bit of a mad scramble, just find the open guy. But then with the ball sent out of play by Hofius, they're able to collect themselves and really get back into their typical position. As a bit of a sloppy tackle there and a Flying Dutch free kick and somewhat of a dangerous position.
Andrew Hofius with the foul, and it's going to be a free kick, like Calvin said, for the Flying Dutchman. As the sun just about setting off into the west as it's lights on, onto the lights for Docking Stadium. We just turned the lights on here in the booth as well. It's getting a little dark, getting a tad bit chilly as well, as we have entered into the fall months now. My favorite time of year. I love fall very much, not just because of cross country, but
the pumpkin spice lattes, right, Brett? That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely. You know me. Go to Big B and get a pumpkin spice latte. As Hope College making a shot on goal. It crosses. I wouldn't say it was a shot. I'd say it was a cross pass to his teammate. A nice move. That is 15, Mario Hrvojevic, who's looking for his second goal on the night. Alcala trying to get it. It just goes past the right pole.
Yeah, that took a deflection off an Adrian defender. It'll be another Hope corner. Hrvojevic. Boy, does he look dangerous in the attacking third for the Flying Dutch.
Kubert is going to send it in for the Dutch. It's been an intense matchup tonight so far. I mean, it's only a 1-0 game, and anything can happen. A header, and it goes in. Kubert with the pass. I believe that is 8. Griffin Brown with the goal for Hope. No, number 6, I'm sorry. Ethan Jansen with the goal for the Dutch. Off the header, take it, Calvin.
I've been impressed with Hope's set pieces. Their crosses into the box, you can really tell they work on it in the training ground. Look at the delivery from Kubert. The perfect pace, the perfect height, the perfect whip on the ball, and Jansen with an excellent run, getting in front of his mark and just putting a head on it into the corner. That is textbook. That is a work of art off the corner kick. That's how you do it right there, Brett.
Yeah, and that is a great goal by Jansen and an even better pass by Kubert from the corner, as we are now with a Hope College score of 2 and Adrian College with 0, as Leeline will have the ball taken away from him and he knocks it out of bounds. Hope College possession. They look to get their 3rd goal in the night now as Maddox playing it as Alcala challenges him.
Adrian have to be careful here. Put in a tough spot, but they escape, in large part due to the play of Maddox there. Tight in the corner. Andrew Pope recently entering the field. We've seen him in a defensive role for most of the year. Now he's playing as an attacker, so interesting development there.
Hrvojevic sending it inside. Almost in there for the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, man.
Can't quite make out the number of who flew in there, no pun intended for Hope College, but I believe that is 23. I think that was Alcala who flew inside for the Flying Dutchman.
And that is the stuff of nightmares as an attacker, right there on the doorstep. But it's always harder than it looks to hit the ball, especially when it's bouncing on frame. Alcala just got under it there, and he's going to have a little bit of drive now after missing that chance. You got to imagine there'll be some fire in his belly, and he'll want to get on the score sheet.
Hrvojevic going to play it now. Hope College has been passing very well. They've gotten through the Adrian defense already. Back down to the other side of the field after it being sent down by the Bulldogs. Chris Chiz now with the ball. Gets taken away from. Cross field pass to Hrvojevic. What great vision.
Ethan Jansen just pinpointed Hrvojevic. Brilliant pass.
Taking a shot on goal. Edwards with the save. Alcala chases it down, and it's going to go out the backside for a goalie kick for Edwards.
I was pleasantly surprised from that strike by Mario Hrvojevic. It was from very far out, great distance away from the goalkeeper. Tough to beat him from that range. But the drive that he had behind the ball, the power, and also the movement, you could see it shifting in the air, moving towards that corner, and it's tough for the goalkeeper to track. Props to Dominic Edwards for getting in the way and then ushering it out to the sideline so there wasn't a significant rebound for Hope to pounce on.
Mason Vanasacker is checked in for the Bulldogs, and Mitchell Maddox will come off to the sideline here, get a breather before the half is over. About 9:40 left to play. 2-0 our score if you're just tuning in. Hrvojevic and then Ethan Jansen are the goal scorers for tonight, as Hrvojevic now downfield trying to make a cross pass to his teammate, that number 4, Seth Walters, but Politi with nice defense and sends it out for a throw-in.
Lions going to look to cross this into the box.
Ethan Jansen getting up again, looking for another header goal, as the coach was calling out for Jake Lyon to, like you said, put it in to the center there for someone to go up and get.
Yep, easy decision for Lyon, especially with the time and space that was afforded to him. Good ball as well.
Emer is going to challenge DeKuyper, or Lyon will pass it back to DeKuyper.
Leland's going to look backwards here to Edwards. Bit of a sketchy play as it's loose. Hope whistled for the foul. Edwards was trying to play it forward with a guy in his face. Turned it over to a Flying Dutch player. Adrian racing back to get in position. Drake Sellers was nudged over. And crisis averted for the Bulldogs as they were having some difficulty playing it out of the back.
Edwards very lucky.
You love the confidence for your goalkeeper when they have the ball at their feet, but you have to really know where the line is. You don't want to be giving the ball carelessly away as the last line of defense. And I think, just a bit of a wake-up call for Edwards. If he wasn't already engaged in the game, now it's time to get refocused in, have to forget about that chance, and Bulldogs will need him here down the stretch, so have to make sure that you're responsible when you have the ball at your feet.
Justin Sarka was trying to get a touch on the ball. He's been quiet all night long, and it's unfortunate for the Bulldogs.
Look at how quickly Hope plays in transition, just pushing forward at a moment's notice.
Leland lucky enough to intercept that pass. Emer takes a header. Gritza was trying to play it off of the Flying Dutchman, as they will contain it down in Adrian territory.
It's good to see Gritza back in ship shape because he took a rough challenge from Pauly. Missed the penalty kick, but looks like he's no worse for wear after the hard tackle.
A shot on goal by Alcala, but easily played by Edwards. He's thinking about passing it, but no one around, and now he throws it, passing it to Chris Chiz downfield.
Really picked out his attacker, Chiz. That was a pinpoint throw.
It was indeed. Jake Lyon now to Hrvojevic. Hrvojevic playing it on the side with nifty footwork, but Leline takes it away. It'll be a throw-in for the Dutchman.
Yeah, Eden Leland did a really good job of not stabbing at the ball, just staying in front of Hrvojevic patiently, and then once the ball came away from Hrvojevic's foot a bit, that's when Leland went in to intervene.
Hope College was really trying to play it off there and trying to get a long down the sideline here to get a better throw in, but the referee wasn't having that. Emert takes it away. Sarka gets tripped up, and finally Sarka with one of his first touches of the night. Honestly, hasn't been kind of the second touch he's had, and he gets fouled right away. So I guess it was kind of smart by the Flying Dutchman in a sense, but now number 6, Hophius, will have a chance to see what Adrian can do as he's going to send it deep.
That's a good ball.
But Jake Lyon there to defend with his header.
Now a race for it. Good work from Hophius, holding off Walters, who was hot on his tail.
That could have turned disastrously for Adrian College if.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Brett. That could have really been disastrous if Hophius had not had the proper composure. You look at the way that he controlled the ball, even though it was bouncing on him, played it calmly back to his keeper, and they get out of a bit of a pickle.
Leline to Sarka. Sarka with nifty footwork, passes it upfield. Emert takes it away. Lyon playing close defense. Gritza. Chris Chiz down the sideline, playing it close.
Chiz, another guy similar to Juan Tapia who really has some wheels, and you have to respect his speed. You see Hope's back line, the fullback marking Chiz, is hanging back a little bit more, giving him some room to work because you don't want him to get in behind you. That's when you're in trouble.
Hope College up 2-0, about 4 minutes left to go here in the first half of play.
Now, as Adrian's possessing here in Hope's half of the pitch, if they could get a goal right before half, it makes it a lot more manageable going into the second 45 minutes. Look at that creative touch there from Alcala. Used the shoulder to kind of bump it over to his teammate Walters.
Hope College trying to make a final push this half. Gets around Politi. Here they go. The Flying Dutchman, a nice shot. Edwards trying to get it. Alcala coming up, but couldn't quite get the ball away from Edwards. Almost a disastrous event for the goalkeeper. Hope College trying to split defenders. Gritza getting held on the jersey, and finally a foul has been called. Kind of tugging at the jersey because I think the Hope College forward got beat. Seth Walters tugging on Gritza's jersey.
Yeah, Hope knows Adrian likes to play quick in transition, so if they can halt their attack any way possible and then get back, get numbers behind the ball, that's going to be their best move. Both teams pleading their case that it was their throw-in, but in the end, verdict goes in Hope's favor.
It'll be Hrvojevic. Hrvojevic and Lyon. A lot of players for Hope have been out there all night long. And it will be Hope's ball, Hope's throw-in once again. We have number 25 for Hope, Trevor Durfee, checking in for Griffin Brown.
It's really an asset, isn't it, when you have that type of squad depth, because you can keep every player fresh by rotating them and giving them a break when they need it.
Good play by Emert, keeping on Lyon, as Jake Lyon's going to push it all the way to the corner. And it's going to be out. It'll be a throw-in down on the far corner for Adrian College, as Jake Lyon could not keep it in.
Yeah, for the Bulldogs, they're going to need to take this throw as quickly as possible. Just A little over $1:30 left on the score clock in the first half.
Score clock, interesting. I've never actually heard anybody call it that.
You know, just inventing new words.
Give him money. He's inventing new words out here. Maybe the Webster Dictionary will give you money for that term, score clock.
I'll take it. Whatever I can get to pay for my tuition, right, Brett? I mean,
exactly.
Take what I can get. You're talking about how you enjoy fall. I think one of the prettiest places to be this time of year is Holland, Michigan, where Hope's located. Lots of tulips there. I've heard it's a beautiful area.
Justin Sarka, a little bit of aggressive on Ethan Jansen to try and halt time. It's going to be about 45 seconds left here in the first half. It's a free kick for Hope College.
And I think Ervojevic might make this close to the final play of the first half.
Some sirens in the background. I believe the semi that was in the camera maybe is getting pulled over by a sheriff, which is kind of interesting.
Took the last touch off Adrian. 15 seconds left, it looks like. There's layers to the action going on at Docking Stadium tonight.
There is. Here's a corner kick sending in quickly. Hope College with a chance. And it's going to go all the way to the sideline. Jake Lyon is not even going to attempt the throw in, and that will end the first half for Adrian College and Hope College as well. Hope College is leading 2-0 here at the half. Calvin, what did we see from Hope that Adrian did not show in that first half?
Yeah, for Hope, I think they did what we noticed they were doing. They had a patient approach to the attack. They're just biding their time. They weren't forcing anything, just waiting for the gaps to reveal themselves. And I think it worked out for them. One thing that stood out for me in their game, their crosses into the box have been exquisite. The corner kick plays have been on point, and I think that's a big reason why they're 2-0 up in the game. For Adrian, their defensive structure has been good, but I think one thing they'll be frustrated about going into the break is missing that penalty. It was a great save by DeKuyper, but when you have those chances, you really have to take advantage, especially when you're playing a tough side like Hope.
Well, that'll just about do it for the first half. Don't go anywhere, though. We have another full 45-minute half here. Adrian College versus Hope College. We'll be right back after these messages.
crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips the shot, she scores!
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook posts about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu. Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back inside Docking Stadium, where Hope College is up 2-0 and looking strong here on the home turf of the Bulldogs of Adrian College. I'm Brett Carlisle. Alongside me is Calvin Keys. Calvin, what did we see in that first half from Hope College that Adrian needs to just work on, and what can Adrian work on in the second half to get back this 2-0 deficit?
Well, for Hope, they were generating a lot of their chances off of crosses into the box, both off corner kicks and through the run of play. I thought it was really impressive the way they were able to pick out their teammates in the middle. First goal coming from Mario Urvojevic, and the second coming from Ethan Jansen. I think for Adrian, the marking in the box is going to be pivotal. Have to stay tight to their man. Can't allow them any sort of space to roam free and have a header on goal. Have to help out your goalkeeper, Dominic Edwards. The good news is there's still hope for the Bulldogs in the second half against the Flying Dutchman. Just have to start early. Down 2 goals, that's not impossible to work your way back into the game and try to come away with a draw or perhaps even a win. But it starts here early, and at this point there's no margin for error. You can't afford to let another goal into the back of your net. see some of the first half shots, or the first half stats rather. Shots are heavily tilted in Hope's favor. They put 7 of them on target. So for Edwards, he was good in that first half. Needs more help from his teammates closing down those chances.
Yeah, and like you said, 13-1 in shots, 7 on target for Hope College. They're being very accurate, taking 7 shots that were on target of 13. As we get underway here in the second half, Adrian College looking to come back from a 2-0 deficit.
Yeah, I think one thing Adrian learned as well is you don't want to concede corner kicks because the Flying Dutchmen were clinical on those corner opportunities.
A reminder of the first half goals. Those were scored by Ethan Jansen and Mario Hrvojevic. Hrvojevic was first as it was a header into the goal. And then Ethan Jansen also with a header, but a little bit later into the first half. Hope College playing well now, passing it upfield. I like to see from Adrian is possibly try and get Justin Sarka a little more involved as well. He's only had a couple touches, maybe 3 tonight with the ball. And honestly, Hope College is doing a wonderful job of keeping what could be said as Adrian's best player out of the picture.
Yeah, I think for Sarka, a big reason why we haven't been saying his name a whole lot tonight is because he's taken on more of a defensive role, just like the rest of his team. They've packed it in behind, and, I mean, we saw the possession stats. It was pretty much 60-40 in Hope's favor, so Sarka's been doing more defensively to try to keep Hope off the score sheet than he's been doing offensively to put Adrian on the score sheet themselves.
Dominic Edwards, I'm sorry, we'll send it away. Chris Chiz with the ball as he is taken away from Leeline now on the far side of the field. Passing it inside. Bignall. And Hope will send it away, and Politi will play it and pass it back to Edwards. Sarko with a nice backwards pass to his teammate, Davison. And it's going to be a foul on Gritza.
The foul, I believe, will actually be on Davison, as Hope's going to play it quickly here. Davison just kind of nicking the back of the foot of Ethan Jansen, and they played advantage initially, but then the assistant referee put his flag up. And then in the aftermath, Jansen and Gritza with just a bit of a awkward, inadvertent collision.
Hope College went tempo on that, and now Adrian College is pushing upfield. Bignall now getting around his defender, but Jake Lyon so speedy, coming from behind two Adrian forwards to send it back to a throw-in for Juan Tapia.
I like the way you use the terminology tempo there. Something you see in American football more when there's not much time on the clock and you're trying to rush to the line of scrimmage and snap it. That pretty much sums up what Hope did on that chance. So great use of words there by a play-by-play commentator, Brett.
There'll be a throw-in for Hope College here, as Jake Lyon was contested with Bignall on the far corner.
Bulldogs are coached tonight by Mike Hatfield, his second season managing the Bulldogs. And Flying Dutchmen are being led by David Blahnik. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, first season as Hope's head coach after serving as their assistant since 2019.
For the upcoming schedule for Hope College, they're going to be playing against Calvin University in their next game in Van Andel Arena, so quite a venue to be playing at indoors. But indoor soccer is a very unique sport, I will say. A lot of people that were in high school that played soccer played indoor soccer as well during the wintertime to just stay in shape, obviously, for the springtime when it's usually when the men, or no, the men did play in the fall, the women played in the spring, but they played club ball as well in the springtime for the men.
And what's interesting, Brett, is it's actually not Van Andel Arena. The Van Andel family, I believe, some sort of connection with another soccer-specific venue that they built on Hope's campus. Turf field and everything. They have their own venue for football, and they also have another one for soccer. So incredible facilities down there in Holland, Michigan. I can see the confusion, though. The Grand Rapids Griffins home rink, also Van Andel Arena.
Very confusing sometimes, yeah. I didn't actually know that that's what it was called up at Hope College was Van Andel. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I have some friends growing up who I played with who went to soccer camps on Hope College's campus, and they couldn't say enough good things about the facilities that the Flying Dutchmen have down in that area. I think one of the reasons why they have such a great program, such a great history of success in both men's and women's soccer is just because of the facilities that they boast. It's very easy to recruit when you have such a nice stadium that you can show off to potential prospects.
Fun fact, though, did you know before Docking Stadium was built that the Adrian College football team played over at Maple Stadium on the Adrian High School football field, sharing it with the high school, so the Maples of Adrian High School. So that was an interesting fact that I actually learned when I was doing my project for class. Very interesting fact as I'm doing a project on Maple Stadium. Hope College now making a push, a shot on goal, and that's going to go way over for the Flying Dutchman.
So how long ago would that have been then? When was Docking Stadium first built, if you had to make a guess?
I believe
ballpark.
Probably around late 2000s, I would say, when Docking Stadium was built. So about 11, maybe 12, 13 years ago.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, speaking of the facilities they have down on Hope's campus, Docking Stadium, great place to watch a multitude of sports, host football, rugby, and soccer like we're watching right now.
Also lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah, in the spring.
Varieties of sports that are played here on the turf field. Very interesting, as well as Maple Stadium is also all natural grass, and that's a preferred surface to play on by most athletes, as turf is how great it is actually to not keep up with the grass and everything, but the ball will go out of bounds and it'll be a goal kick for Hope. Turf is actually very frowned upon by a lot of athletes because it causes so many injuries.
Absolutely.
A lot of health condition issues, all that type of stuff. So
it's definitely a tough surface to play on, especially for soccer. I talk about it almost every broadcast we do, but the ball runs a lot quicker on the turf. It bounces a lot more. If you slide in for a tackle, there's potential for turf burn, which never feels great. So a lot of extra variables in play with that turf surface, as Sellers will clear that one to the near touchline.
Sellers really sent that one into the sidewall. Good play by Davison, and he's going to steal the ball away.
Good follow-up from Davison.
Once again, can't quite see past this pole here in my vision, but I'm going back and forth. Also, Nicolay Field is made out of turf as well here on the campus. The baseball team, which is very deadly to play on turf as well. It's ground ball can come in really fast. And not just a ground ball, if it's taken to the outfield as well and takes a hop, it can go out there. Hope College now.
A dummy there from Jansen, stepping over the ball. Now we'll get a pass back.
A shot on goal, and that's going to go right through the uprights over top of Edwards' head. 3 points in American football, but 0 for soccer terms, I should say. Edwards now is going to have a goal kick. And our score remains 2-0 for Hope College, nearing just about 36-20 left in this second half of play.
Yeah, Ethan Jansen had the second goal of this match off a header in the first half of play. You could see all the wheels really turning for him there. Had lots of space to let the shot fly. Used just the slight outside of his foot to get a bit of curve in on goal. And a bit too much height on it, but great effort from Jansen. And what I really liked before that was it's called a dummy move in soccer, where the ball is passed you and you kind of open your legs wide to let the ball run through to your teammate. A little bit of trickeration there from Jansen. Got the pass back and then had to go on goal.
Jansen was looking for his second of the night, but nothing going for him as we remain 2-0. Adrian College now with possession. Sarka getting a touch. He's going to pass it over to his teammate Davison. Davison's going to make a nice move. He's going to take a pass inside, and it's going to be a header for Hope, and they're going to try and clear it out as Sarka will play it to Maddox.
Ooh, just tough turnover for Maddox. All the team was pushed up the field. They had possession and don't want to turn it over there, but to his credit, he wins it right back. Good effort to stay with the play.
Davison up to Bignall. Bignall couldn't quite play it off his foot to Gritza, and it will go out of Adrian College's position into Hope.
Yeah, roundhouse kick there from Davison to knock it away. That was awfully close to the face of his opponent. Thought maybe it'd be whistled for a high kick, but Davison got the kick away cleanly without colliding with the Hope player. Certainly a risky move. Almost looked like the Karate Kid there on that tackle, spinning around.
Hope College now with some open field in front of them as they're going to push it up. Nice play by Davison, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Flying Dutchman, which poses a problem for Adrian College as they gave up one earlier on a pass from Kubert to Jansen.
Yeah, as we learned in this first half, Hope is content to win these corner kicks. They've got a couple of guys that can really deliver a decisive ball into the penalty area. See if they can do so again. It's another great service, and again, Ethan Jansen getting his head on it. Had a goal in a similar scenario in the waning moments of the first half, trying to find the brace there with that header, but it goes wide to Edwards' left.
Jansen just put it to the right side of the goal as Edwards will now send it away for the Bulldogs. Thank you for tuning in to ACTV. Give us a subscribe on YouTube, a like on Facebook, Instagram, as we are playing now Hope College as open field. It's Alcala. He takes a shot, and it's over the top for the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, we've seen Paulo Alcala really in the thick of things tonight. He's had chances. The most notable one that we saw was where he was right on the goal line and kicked it over the crossbar. Unfortunate turn of events for the young man. But he said that he was going to probably have a few more looks at goal tonight. That's where you talk about, for those who have watched the TV show Ted Lasso, just having the memory of a goldfish, moving on to the next chance. And that's what Alcala will need to do here if he wants to get on the board and help widen the gap between his team and the home side, Adrian.
Sarko trying to make some moves around Hope College, but he's not fooling anybody tonight, as it will be passed out of bounds, or sorry, out of play.
Andre Hofius and Andrew Pope are going to come in now. Heading off is Gary Davison and Chris Chiz. Pope going up at attacker again. Likely playing as a left winger or perhaps a striker.
Did a little snake eyes to pass it to Sarka.
Yeah, Hofius, the right back. Was that a bit of a no-look throw-in that we saw there?
It was. Using a little bit of trickery to try and fool the Hope College defense. It will be a goalie kick for De Kuiper in the net.
Now, David Blahnik has done a really good job managing his side tonight. You can see they're very well coached with just the chemistry they have with each other and their skill, both on the dribble and passing the ball to each other. We've seen some great shot opportunities from the Dutch as well. So they're going to look to counter here. Blahnik was, before joining Hope, he was the head coach at Olivet Nazarene University in Bourbonnais, Illinois, from 2012 to 2017. He had a .772 regular season win percentage, and he led the Tigers to 5 NAIA national tournament appearances. So really just a stunning resume, great experience for Blahnik. You can see why Hope wanted to bring him on the staff in 2019 and why he's been trusted with the head coaching role starting this season.
As it goes off of Pope's feet, and Jake Lyon will now throw it in for the Flying Dutchman. I'm sorry, he's going to pass it off to Hrvojevic.
Faked you out, Brett.
He really did. He gave me, actually, I don't actually know that term. I actually don't actually know what a term would be to substitute that in. He kind of just, I guess he just fooled me. I wanted to be smooth there with a nice with some words, but nothing really came out. So
Score one for the color commentator.
score one to you for that one, as Adrian College now will have the throw in, and we have a substitution.
Colin Charnick taking off Luke Gritza, who had that penalty kick chance in the first half. Placed it to the left side, but just a great save from Keegan DeKuyper, the sophomore out of Norton Shores, Michigan, who dove across the goal to deny him. You almost feel like that was a turning point in this game. That would have made it 1-1 if Gritza had scored that goal. Going onwards from that point, Hope found their second, and now they have a 2-goal lead.
And here come the Flying Dutchmen now. Almost a cross pass there, and a flying in. A great grab by Edwards. It was a good shot on goal, but Edwards, being shorter, he got up and got the ball and passes it out to his teammate Sarka.
Yeah, Mario Hrvojevic had the first goal of this match. Another phenomenal strike there off the half volley. And it wasn't enough for Edwards to make the save. He caught it as well.
Gavin Bignall making a push now into the corner.
Pauly's lobbying that took the last touch off of a Bulldogs player, but Adrian will get this throw. Hope will push back and set themselves up in their own penalty area defensively.
Gavin Bignall with a nice throw, and it's going to be a header for number 5, Cole Pauly. He sends it back. Sarka playing good defense.
Subs heading on for the Flying Dutchman. Thomas DeVries, who had some great chances in the first half, joined by Oli Olsen. Sending off Nick Kubert, who has an assist so far in the match. And Paulo Alcala also stepping off stage.
It's going to be a foul on Hope College and a free kick coming towards Adrian's way. Hophius will distribute that. And he passed it back to Edwards, who now gives it to Politi. Pope. It's going to be a couple headers. Jake Lyon.
Working down this far sideline. Politi doing a good job to contain. Thought the ball went into touch, but play will continue for Hope.
Hrvojevic playing the sideline so closely. And Sarka a little too aggressive. And we'll give a free kick to the Dutchman.
27.5 minutes to go. Time ticking down here.
That's the halfway point. Close to it. Nearing the halfway point, I should say. Sorry, 27.5 is 55 minutes, not 45 minutes. And Charnick will draw a foul and get a free kick for the Bulldogs. It will more than likely be distributed by Edwards.
Edwards has a pretty good leg. I think Adrian's going to push up the pitch and he'll give the ball a bit of a ride.
Sending it downfield. Had good distance. Bignall and Jake Lyon were up for the header. Andrew Pope with good acceleration, trying to get up to the ball and contest it. And making moves now. They're the Flying Dutchman. They're going to send it upfield.
Taking down there is Seth Walters. Have to see what the decision is. Looks like won't be a foul whistled. Owen Emmert and Brady Mooser heading on for Adrian, accompanied by Kai Jurgel for Hope. Heading off, Gavin Bignall, Brian Politi, and for the Flying Dutchman, making an exit is Griffin Brown.
Edwards sending it away. Right in the face of Jansen. And Charnick will Play upfield. He's going to play the close sideline, doing a good job. And unfortunate for him, Kai Francisco will kick it off of his legs. Jake Lyon is called off by De Kuiper. And now Hrvojevic is going to push it upfield. And Pope with good defense, no whistle. Taking the ball away, passes to Tapia. Tapia tries to pass it inside, but it goes back to Sarka. Pope on the far side. And Jake Lyon with good defense.
What a ball that was from Sarka to pick out Pope on the far side across his body. Was facing to the right side of the pitch and instead looked across for Pope. And it went right onto Andrew Pope's foot with superb accuracy. Talked about Hope's head coach, David Blahnik. Adrian's coach, Mike Hatfield. It's his second season here in Adrian, Michigan, as Hope will be played in behind.
Here come the Flying Dutchmen now, speedy as they are, making nifty moves, taking a shot, save by Edwards. Passed back out. Jansen will take a shot. Adrian clears it out. Fortunate. But Hope College is not going away yet. Here come the Flying Dutchmen, sent it inside but couldn't quite get to it. It is going to be a goalie kick for the Bulldogs. Fortunate to come out of there alive. Edwards with a great save and a lot of bouncing around inside the box.
Yeah, Edwards certainly isn't the reason why Adrian is down 2-0 in this match. He's made a bevy of nice saves and adds to his tally there on that occasion.
Edwards is playing great in goalie tonight. Hope College has just really gotten a lot of good looks tonight. A couple headers for the goal, and nothing you can do about that when the ball is placed perfectly tonight.
Don't be surprised when you see this Hope team make a deep run in MIAA this year. I think they have semifinalist material written all over them.
It's a great play by Hofius. He laid out for that one and knocked it out of bounds.
Mason Vanasacker and Luke Gritza coming on.
And they're coming in for Sarka and Maddox.
Griffin Duran came onto the pitch for Hope, taking off Ben Bush. Team effort here. I list the guys coming off, you list the guys coming on. I like it.
Charnock will chase it down, but he's not going to get to De Kuiper fast enough.
What a ball that is from Keegan De Kuiper.
Passes it right up to 22 Griffin Duran, who just checked in. And I believe a whistle.
Offside again.
Offsides.
Hope's had some issues with that.
They're just too quick. It seems like they're kind of just beating themselves at this point. They've had quite a few looks down low there.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I was commenting on that pass from Keegan De Kuiper. He was under pressure and used the inside of his foot to lob it and almost put backspin on the ball, so it settled perfectly for his winger, Duran. The backup goalkeeper for Hope, Jack McDaniel, freshman, on the bench, was giving applause to his fellow goalkeeper, De Kuiper, because he just knew the skill it takes and the composure to make that kind of play, especially with an Adrian Bulldog pressuring you. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed. That's one of the minutiae of the game that doesn't stand out to everyone, but when a goalkeeper with that kind of duress under him is able to make that type of a feed to release the play forwards, that's a thing of beauty.
Here comes the Flying Dutchman, and Edwards is going to scoop it right up and almost escaped his hands, and it would have been disastrous for the Bulldogs. Hofius now with a few dribble moves, going right over the head of Owen Emert.
Emert with a bit of a late jab in there. And some discomfort is Kai Francisco, the senior out of East Lansing. Emert kind of went across his leg after the ball was gone. Francisco Still a bit hobbled after that one. Again, Emmert just plays an aggressive style. You have to watch out when he's around.
Emmert hobbling just a little bit as he's feeling the aftermath of Owen Emert. Sending it in there, the Flying Dutchman. Few players down deep. Good defense by Adrian. Jansen with a chance, and Politi, I believe, used his body to block that one.
We've seen a couple of fouls tonight from Emmert in those scenarios, but to his credit, his determination in trying to pursue the ball has led to a goal and an assist for him this year, so he's doing something right.
Aggressive player, and that's what they like to see. Hope College. Jake Lyon off the left side. Almost a goal for the defenseman. I did get some information that he was moved to defense when he used to be an attacker, a forward last year, but has been shifted around to play defense now for Hope College and doing quite a good job, as he was named Defender of the Week the week of September 4th, so in the MIAA, so doing something right. And
yeah, we were discussing guys like Aiden Leland earlier on, who he usually plays midfield, got dropped back to fullback, and he's done a nice job tonight. Similar for Jake Lyon. Good body position established by Thomas DeVries, who's knocked over.
I think he got knocked over by himself, honestly. Well, his teammate passed back to him, and he wasn't expecting it. And that is going to be Alfonso Churko with the foul.
Yeah, Walter's slogging it up. That's just another one of those tackles that's from behind on the Hope player. Something you want to see mitigated here in the late stages of the game. Adrian desperately trying to win possession back. Down 2 goals, 18 minutes to try and net a pair. But have to go about it in the proper fashion.
Sending it inside now, and Adrian fends it off. Juan Tapia with a good pass backwards.
Ball just got a little bit too far away from Pope's feet. Heavy touch, and it goes out. Justin Sarka, the midfield maestro, heading back on, along with the speedy youngster Gavin Bignell.
Here they will come in for Tapia and Pope.
And heading on is Ben Bush, and he's going to replace Mario Hrvojevic, who has a goal tonight.
Everybody needs a break once in a while.
Especially Hrvojevic. He's put in a good shift tonight. Done a lot of good things. Could have had several goals, let alone one.
Hope College feeling
shots.
Hope College feeling quite comfortable. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no worries.
Feeling quite comfortable, and they take off Hrvojevic and a few other players, and bringing in more people from their bench to get some playing time.
Yeah, Hope definitely has put in cruise control right now, as perhaps they'll look for their third. Definitely seems like they're in the driver's seat in this match with 17 minutes to go.
Hope College now with a throw-in. It's going to be administered by Griffin Duran.
Another long throw-in look potentially for Hope. Coach Blahnik packing his guys into the box.
Just under 16:30, about 16:20 left. A shot, but it goes way over the head, so now will be a goalie kick for Edwards once again.
Yep, Edwards to take it. Talking about the upcoming schedule, Bulldogs will oppose Alma College on Saturday at 1 p.m. And as for Hope, they're going to host my second favorite school in the MIAA, Calvin University, under the lights of Van Andel Stadium at 7 p.m.
Gee, I wonder why that is your second favorite college in the MIAA. Couldn't be because of your name? No, that can't be.
Save that secret for another time.
As a foul was administered, and Adrian College will get a free kick out of it. It'll be Hofius to send it downfield to his teammates, who will wait. Adrian trying to create something. Bignall just over his head, and Jake Lyon will get the header. Good play by Hophius, and he takes it away. Now looking for an advantage. Just passes it behind Emert. Defenders away. Gritza almost slips out of Vanasacker's reach. And Owen Emert.
Emert's frustrated now because
He's gonna
get
get yellow
shown a yellow
carded.
card. But there's been several fouls that maybe you could give him a yellow card for. That was not one of them. He was chasing after the ball, trying to stay with it, just kind of collided with Lyon. I didn't think too much of that, but
I think Owen Emert got a yellow card for a few choice words that he gave the referee, as Emert was not going to get taken off, and Juan Tapia will come in.
referee's going to blow the whistle because Hope tried to take the free kick while Adrian was making the change. Emert's going to head off now. Yeah, for that foul, the yellow card being shown, it's almost an instance where it was just kind of repeat infringement against Emert, where he was kind of making those types of challenges in on Hope over and over again. And eventually you kind of have to settle that sort of behavior down. Did not think that that was a foul personally, but with the way Emert's night was headed, maybe a yellow card was the best thing just to settle him down a little bit.
And Coach Hatfield really settling him down by putting him on the bench now, and Juan Tapia checked in for the Bulldogs, as they just had a conversation there for about 30 seconds.
Adrian needs to look to settle this ball down. Really just pinball right now.
And here comes Hope College. They're going to make a push, looking for the third goal on the night. A nice move, a shot on goal, and Edwards, receiver, quick hands. Great save by Dominic Edwards.
Absolutely. Sticky fingers for Edwards tonight. There's been several occasions where you wouldn't expect him to hold on to it with the power behind the shots, but he's been able to keep his grasp on the ball. Certainly helps his team out with the amount of shots Edwards has seen, not conceding any more rebounds than he needs to. One of the reasons why I think Coach Hatfield really trusts him to get the start this evening. Of course, with Vaca out of the lineup due to injury, alongside Dante Perry, another key piece for this Bulldog squad. Mooser was trying to shepherd that one out to the end line, but instead Hope's going to win the throw, and Ben Bush, the sophomore, to take it. Gary Davison is awaiting entry back into the match.
Adrian just trying to find something. And there's going to be...
It's going to be a corner. Vanasacker's frustrated. He came across, cleared it out with the head. Felt that he was bowled over a little bit aggressively by Hope. Nonetheless, they'll take the corner here.
Hofi is trying to fend off the taller
Good header
Duran, and he got a header off, but Edwards with the save, as they were really pushing for that. Hofius now with the ball.
And again, Edwards just catches it first time. Not easy to do for those of you watching at home.
Flying Dutchman pushing it upfield once again. Almost through, but that was good play by Churko. And a whistle. Another foul by Hope. Adrian looking to try and make a push in these final 12 minutes.
Hope is still looking for more.
Come the Flying Dutchman. They're still down on Adrian's side. Making a few nifty passes. Stumbling in his feet. And a shot on goal by Ben Bush. As he made an Adrian player go lazy a little bit.
I don't blame Aiden Leland for that one bit. Ben Bush with just an incredibly quick change of direction, putting the defender off balance. It's really that hesitation. You slow down for a split second, then you speed up and cut across the body of the man marking you. Makes it difficult to stay with him.
Hope College honestly just trying to play out as much time as possible. They're about with 10:40 left in the first half. Up 2-0. Both goals scored in the first half. One by Hrvojevic and one by Jansen. As the Dutchmen have maintained that 2-0 lead for almost about 62 minutes, I would say.
2 subs for both teams are going to come on. Mitchell Maddox and Gary Davison.
Coming in for Hofius and Vanasacker.
And then Paulo Alcala and Nick Kubert heading on. And they're going to give a break for Thomas DeVries and Oli Olsen.
Flying Dutchman with a throw in now. Adrian pushing it away. Good defense by Lyon on Chiz. Adrian sending it to midfield, trying to play it. Juan Tapia now.
With less than 10 minutes left, it's going to take something special for the Bulldogs to claw back into this match. Need some magic. Adrian football team took down Hope last weekend by a score of 22-10.
Football team looking really good now.
Oh, yeah.
Took down the conference favorite Hope College, improving their record to 4-1. 3-game win streak. We'll play trying this weekend here inside Docking Stadium.
That'll be on ACTV too, right?
It will be. That is correct. Ian went on the call for that.
Yeah, Bulldogs looking good, holding a high-powered Hope offense to just 10 points. If I'm not mistaken, that's the lowest score that Hope has racked up against Adrian in a football game for quite some time.
It has indeed, and Adrian, many years has struggled with the football, but Jim Deere now having a very successful season, so praise to him for bringing the football team back to life this year. Looking very good, very promising in future years. Hope College, a cross pass, a shot, and that was administered by Seth Walters, but it was too far to the right.
Andrew Pope is going to take off Chris Chiz. I think the biggest thing that our football team has going for it this year, I've just heard phenomenal things, rave reviews about our defense, just the way they've been able to shut down opposing offenses down. Our offensive unit has done really well, but our defense is really what stands out. They've been superb.
Hope College, 155 miles away from home. 3-hour drive coming down here to play the Bulldogs in their home venue and lead 2-0. And we have really seen them hold their own.
Yeah, I would say they've made the most out of their trip tonight, Brett.
But a long drive back home is going to put them at about midnight, getting back to Holland, Michigan. A late night for the Flying Dutchman.
Might be a little bit bleary-eyed in Thursday morning classes tomorrow, but if they can get the win, it'll be worth it.
Pass across field will be played. A shot on goal. Edwards is going to knock it. A second effort. A rebound. Edwards diving on it. A 2-time save.
He'll get a pat on the back from his teammate Brady Mooser. Edwards making the first stop. We've talked about how he's been able to hold on to balls. That time he kind of pushed it right back into the Hope players. A bit of a miscue, but then he made up for it with just, we talked about the leaping ability that he has. That was on full display there.
Save coming at about 6:45 left in the second half. Great effort. Edwards been holding his own in that goal tonight. The freshman out of East Lansing.
I have to imagine he's seen double digits in terms of shots on target, and he's mitigated the score to 2.
Alcala, a pass across, and Edwards is going to go right out there and grab that one.
Gets out for it. Brett, tonight was a little bit of a high school reunion for you, right?
A little bit of high school reunion. I went down and talked to Hope College's Jake Lyon before the game. Just chatted up a little bit, caught up on each other's lives. I haven't seen him in quite some time, actually. I think about 4 years now.
Yeah, he's playing center back for Hope right now, number 11 in blue. You've seen his ability to get up for headers, and you were attributing that to his long jump ability, right, Brett?
Correct. He had a very nice long jump PR in high school, and he's also a gifted sprinter as well. Ran the 800 as well and the 400. I believe he split a sub 50 in the 4x4 at one point. I believe at the regional meet for track as well. So he's got quite good speed out there on the field.
Justin Sarka, a bit of wishful thinking. His foot kind of cut across the ball. And Hope has done a good job of containing number 8 in tonight's match.
5 minutes. 5 minutes is all that's left in the second half for Hope College. And unless some type of miracle happens here for the Bulldogs, which I've seen it happen before, I believe the Flying Dutchman will be going home on the bus happy with their first conference win and improving to 3-2-5 on the season.
Again, Hope just trying to seek out that corner. We've seen how deadly they can be from those set pieces from the corner flag. They'll get another chance at it.
And here comes Nick Kubert in that corner. He's going to send it in. I would imagine he's going to be looking for Doran.
Yeah, Duran was wide open at the back post last time, being marked by Emmert. He'll have to be careful to stay with him.
Inside, Jake Lyon off the left side. And it is going to be a goal kick for Edwards.
We were just talking about Lyon. He gets up with the vertical, gets the head on it, a little bit wide. Great hair for Lyon as well, have to say.
Does have nice hair in a ponytail tonight. When it's down, though, he kind of administers the look of Jesus a little bit with his beard and everything. Maybe he'll dress up as Halloween for it. Who knows?
He certainly played savior in the back line for Hope a couple of times tonight.
He did indeed. So Hope College will now just pass it around the backside here. They're going to go back to DeKuyper. He's going to send it upfield. What a nice pass. But it was just out of the reach of his teammate. Gritza now passing it back.
Yeah, Ben Bush was racing after it. Couldn't quite get there in time, but wondered if Keegan DeKuyper was a central midfielder. Maybe when he was a younger player, because you can just see the distribution he has as Gary Davison's going to get called for that every time, going over the back.
I thought he was going to get away with it just a little bit.
I mean, that's pretty obvious. Over the back of Jansen. I think he had his arms on his shoulders as well. Almost getting a piggyback ride from the Hope midfielder, trying to get up to win the 50-50. Can't do that, and
even if
free
he cleared,
kick for the Flying
even
Dutchman.
if he cleared it, like let's say he clears the jump over him, that'd be crazy. And
he's still lifting himself off the Hope player.
Right,
so
exactly.
You're
right. You're understandable, but
it's not leapfrog. It's soccer, Brett.
I haven't played a good game of leapfrog in a while. A shot on goal, and it's going to go wide right and up and over.
With the amount of sports we have here at Adrian College, it's only a matter of time before we get a leapfrog team, right? Collegiate leapfrog. We just got cornhole this fall.
A lot of my teammates last year were pushing for disc golf.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome. We usually go out from time to time to have a club disc golf team. No foul called there. It was just a tie-up with the ball. Emert, nice play off the sideline. Tapia gets shoved by Duran. And Alcala is going to be called offsides. 1:30 to go as the Flying Dutchmen aren't celebrating quite yet, but I would imagine it's going to be coming soon.
It has been a by-the-book match for David Blahnik and his team. Goals from Mario Hrvojevic and Ethan Jansen, plenty of chances. And notably also a save from Keegan DeKuyper off a penalty kick from Luke Gritza. That was Adrian's best chance in this match. But all signs point to a clean sheet for Hope.
Trying to find anything possible is Adrian College, but Hope is now just going to pass it around. 45 seconds and counting for the Flying Dutchman. As they are going to pick up the conference win, first of the season. We'll go to 1-0.
Hope a good touch.
Yeah, here we go. Pope pushing it upfield with a maybe possibly late goal. A shot, Juan Tapia just out of his reach, and it'll be a goal kick. And that'll just about do it. 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go now. As we hear the PA announcer counting down. DeKuyper, one last kick will send it downfield. And Hope College is victorious on the night, improving to 1-0 in the conference, 3-2-5 overall. Adrian's falling to 1-11, continuing on the losing streak, and will fall to 0-1 in the conference. Calvin, Adrian College has a little bit of work to do tonight. After tonight, I should say, as they just got a taste of a loss to one of the cross-state rivals of Hope College. What are we looking forward to in further conference play?
Yeah, I think for Adrian tonight, obviously, it's never fun to lose, and that's their 11th of the season. But I think from the Bulldogs' point of view, there was a lot of positives. I thought their defensive structure was good, and if you can play tight with a talented squad like Hope, I think on Saturday when they take on Alma, who's a little bit more in the middle of the pack in the MIAA conference, I think they stand a good chance. And for Adrian, it's all about keeping morale high. I know it's frustrating, suffering a great deal of losses, but you have to move on to the next game. And I think there's an opportunity that they could put something special together against Alma on Saturday. As for Hope, they're going to improve to 3-2-5, 1-0 in conference play. And I think what I noticed going into this game is their record isn't really indicative of the quality of this team. This is just their third win of the year, but they played an incredibly tough schedule to get ready for MIAA play, and I think they're going to be one of the teams to beat in the conference this fall.
As we get some claps here from Hope fans congratulating their team on the win, we'd like to congratulate Hope on the win as well. And safe travels back home for the Flying Dutchman and their fans as well from wherever they're coming from. But that'll just about do it here inside of Docking Stadium. I'm Brett Carlisle, Calvin Keys alongside me, Andrew Black and Chancey Boyce running Top Cam and director. Have a great night.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.